What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Solus Prime. So before we take a look at the figure, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the packaging right here. So right up front, you get a nice picture there of Solus in her vehicle mode. Transformers Age of the Primes, the 13 Solus Prime Hasbro. Up here, picture of Solus there in her robot mode. 28 steps, more than meets the eye. On this side, you got a picture there of Solus, Micronus, and Alchemist, I believe. And then up here it says Till All Are One in multiple languages. Transformers Age of the Primes, Deluxe Class in multiple languages. Up top, the 13 Solus Prime Takara Tomy. On the bottom, nothing important. On this side, you got a nice picture there of Solus Prime. Transformers Age of the Prime, the 13 Solus Prime. On this side, I already covered that. On this side, some nice product shots of Solus there in her robot mode, in her vehicle mode. The Forge of Solus Prime, and I bought this at GameStop. So that is it for the box. So here is Solus Prime, and yeah, I'm hyped. I was very excited to get Solus. She's one of my favorite of the primes. My favorite one is Megatronus, and then second favorite is Onyx. She's third favorite. So, I mean, like character-wise. Figure-wise, right now she's my first favorite of the two primes. Because actually no, I have three primes. I have Vector, Prima, and Solus. I think Vector's first, and then her. No, Prima, wait. Prima's first, then Vector, and then her. Wait, no. Oh, whatever. I like her more than Prima, but not more than Vector. There you go. So, but I like Prima more than Vector. So, oh, whatever. But yeah, here is Solus in her robot mode, and she looks quite nice. This, I don't know, whatever you like, this loincloth design thing is a bit odd, but I can rock with it. It's not too big of a deal. So here is the back. Here you can see she's got some sculpted in hair, I guess. That's pretty cool. And she does clean up quite nicely back there. So yeah. Articulation wise, she has a ball joint at the head, so she can look up that far, but then you have a hinge here due to transformation, so she can look up a little more. Can't really look down. Can do a full 360. Arms can go out about that far. Can do a full 360 rotation there. The shoulder pads can move around to accommodate any arm movement. You do have a swivel there at the elbow. You do get a little under 90 degrees of bend there at her arm, and the wrist is on a ball joint, so it can come up, down, it can rotate, and it can go inward if you need it for an inward wrist pose. This thing on the front does break into 3 sections to accommodate for her leg movement, so you can bring these 2 pieces up here for the legs, but her legs can go up about that far, can go back that far. The best freaking back kick I've seen on a figure in a while. Legs can go out about that far, and there is a swivel at the thigh, and you do have a knee joint with 90 degrees of bend there, but because of this transformation joint, she can technically have a bit of a double knee bend going on there. And then you do have a swivel here at her toe, and again, this section can go down if you need it to. And like I said, swivel, and you do get a lot of ankle tilt, and the toe can't go down. It can go up a tiny bit or down a tiny bit depending on how you have the foot pose, so I guess it can go down a tiny bit if you need it to. So accessory wise for Solus, she comes with the infamous Forge of Solus Prime. If y'all watched the Transformers Prime TV show from 2010. Y'all will know that this hammer, this isn't Solus Prime from that show. I'm just saying that hammer was so huge compared to like Ultra Magnus and Prime, and then there's this thing. So I'm so used to that Forge of Solus Prime, now I have to get used to this one. But this one is cool. You can see it's a nice detail on the hammer itself there, which looks really, really nice. In the box, this does come in 3 pieces, so the hammer, the handle, and then this little end piece. So you do have to like assemble it like this. Yeah. There are these 2 little like ports here, which if you want to store this on her back port here like that, you can do that. But I think the right way to do it is you take this little gray tab right here and you just flick that in, and this little port will flip out, and then you can take that and plug that down there, and then you can collapse this on the back just like so. So yeah, but she can also hold her weapon. Just flip that post back up. You do have to remove the tip of the hammer for this, so just take her hand and put the handle through it, and then take the tip of the hammer here and plug it in just like so. So yeah, there you go. There is Solus with her hammer. You want me to put the hammer down? Every time I think of a character with a hammer, I always think of Thor. Loki, probably a problem today. With Prima, I did say this too. The shoulder pads, like I was thinking of like having them in different like positions. I liked having them like this. I don't know why, but I think I'm gonna stick with the way they had them. She's supposed to have them. Primas aren't. Primas are like flared out a little bit, but I still do like this. I don't know if I would leave them like that, but for now she's gonna be staying how she should be. So so yeah. So for some comparisons, here she is with Prima Prime and the Star Saber. Here she is with 86 RC. If RC wants to stand. Thank you. Here she is with Cyberverse Legacy United Windblade. She is pretty sure the tallest fembot I have. Next, here she is with TF1 Sentinel Prime. Pretty small for a Voyager. And then last but not least, here she is with Mr. Old Man Clocksworth. No, I'm just kidding. Vector Prime. So there you go. So that is pretty much it for Solus here. So now we shall get into her transformation. So obviously we're going to go ahead and take the hammer, the hammer out of her hands here. If it wants to just, it's very freaking hard to get this thing out of her hands. But yeah, just remove that. Put it off to the side, and now we can get started with her. So, first thing you want to do here is you're going to come to her backpack here and just untab it like so, and bring it up just a little bit so you have more clearance to fit her head through. Take this little panel right here and flip this up, and then we're going to take his head and that's crazy. I I just misgendered her. No, I'm kidding. Take her head here and flip it into the back section there. And then just bring this up like so. Then we can take these little panels on the insides of the arms here and flip these out and open, and then take the hands and flip them in like so. Take the shoulder pads here and flip them up, extend them up, and then take this little panel right here and rotate it around like so. So now we're going to do the same thing on this side. So come under here, open this up, flip the arm or the hand in, bring this up, extend it up, and then flip this section here out, just like so. And then we're gonna come over here. Actually, we're gonna come to this section here. We're gonna bring this up and then bring these two pieces here down like so, and then take this piece and rotate it around like so, and then bring that down there. And then we can take this entire section and just rotate it all the way around. So now these silver bits should be facing forward. And now we can work on her legs. So what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to take these back wheels and you're going to want to open these up and then take the foot here and just bring it down like so, and then close the wheel back up just like that, and then take that foot and rotate it in just like so. So same thing this side, open this, flip this down, close that back up, and rotate that around. Then there's a tab right there that's going to go into a slot right there, but the instructions will tell you to do it right here, but I don't recommend doing that. Instead, bend the knees here, and there's a tab right here that's going to go into a slot in the leg. So do that first, like so. And then same thing on this side. This is actually the first time those tabs haven't fought me, or that tab at least. This one might be a different story. Nope, nope, there we go, yeah. And now tab the legs together there, just like that. So, yeah. And then I do recommend, once you get that there, collapse this back panel just a little more so the rest of the car is flush. Then you'll take her arms here and rotate them back down. I don't know why I didn't. And then she has these clips here that are gonna come out like so. And then what's gonna happen here is we're gonna rotate the arm, and this notch is gonna go under there, and then this little slot is gonna go on that tab. So just flip this around, line it up there, and then tab slot. So just do that. Actually, wait, no, wait to do that. I'm so sorry. I'm like doing this all wrong. Do rotate the arms, but wait to connect all this, because the shoulder pads here are going to come up and over this piece and then underneath there. So bring this up. And then down. If that wants to go. That. So like that, and then there is a little tab in there that's going to go into a slot on the front grille. You can see it better here. There's like a little slot right here that this tab will go into. So once you get that going, you can have it like that, and then you can bring the arm up and then connect it into there just like so. There you go. Yeah. And there is the side. Yeah. There is the side all finished. So now we're going to do the same thing on this side. So I recommend bring the arm down like so, and then just shift this shoulder panel over, tab it in like so, and then bring the arm back up here, and that will tab into her leg. And then this will tab into there, like so. Let me just make sure everything is nice and solid here. And I think that is it. Yep. So there you go. There is Solus Prime in her vehicle mode. And this is a very, this is a very interesting looking car here. I dig this front section. That is very dope. Side looks pretty good too. But yeah, for a deluxe class, it's pretty solid. Pretty solid. I don't know why they have you flip this around. I mean, if honestly, like, I would just leave it over. Actually, I'm gonna try to do it real quick. Yeah, there you go. And then just bring these back over. Oh, that's why. Because it won't sit. I mean, that still looks okay, you know? I don't know. I might leave it like that. Honestly. Because that for me is like the only eyesore with the way that, oh shit, the way that back section sits there. But, yeah, maybe. I'll think about it. Just gotta undo this, do that. Let's flip this around. Come on. Oh my gosh. I don't want to like break it, so I'm trying to be a little careful. There we go. But yeah. And now this doesn't want to go down. That's funny. Okay, well, whatever. We'll do that. So yeah, Solus Prime. Pretty sick. If you want to store the forge, there is a tab right here that's going to go into a slot back here. So you can just take this and plug it on there, like so, if you want. Looks a little funny, but yeah. I'm not going to do that. So, for some comparisons, here she is with Prima Prime. With 86 RC. With Legacy United Windblade. With Sentinel Prime, who's like a lot bigger than her. And last but not least, here she is with Vector Prime. So, there you go. So there you have it. There's the Transformers Studio Series Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Solus Prime, and she's a very solid little deluxe class. Definitely one of my favorite ones now. Also from one of my favorite characters too. So yeah, bot mode looks great, articulation is pretty solid, and vehicle mode looks pretty decent. There's a few design choices that I'm not a fan of, like the way that they handled this hip skirt thing, but other than that, not too bad. So yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button down below. If you want to see more from my channel, go hit that subscribe button down below. Go check the playlist to see if there's any video that you missed. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you're uploaded anytime I upload a new video. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, everyone.